Part 4, Employment, Informalization and Other Issues. Children, listen to this particular video very, very carefully because I'm going to touch upon the subtopics which are application-based questions or source-based, case-based questions of CBSE. So listen to this. First, we're going to start with the concept of hired worker and self-employed worker. If you check my PDF that you people will be getting when you comment 2026 in my comment section, or ping me in the WhatsApp number given on my screen, that is self workers are of two types. Number one, self-employed workers. Number two, hired workers. Self-employed workers, you can understand, starting from a farmer to a small shopkeeper to a hawker in the platform of your railway station, or the big business houses, they are all self-employed. Okay, hired workers are those who does jobs for others, okay, and get a salary in return. Now, out of these hired workers, there are two categories. One are the casual workers. That means, who are your domestic help, the construction workers, the small shop helpers, okay. And the other category is the regular high salaried workers. Obviously, regular high salaried workers are involved in the formal sector. They have regular salary, they have higher salary, they have benefits, but and they have paid leaves. But for the casual workers, what happens is that they do not have paid leaves, they do not have any benefits. If they're absent for a day, they lose their money. So basically, hired workers can also be categorized into two parts. Now, there is an important concept over here which is called casualization of workforce. What is casualization of workforce? In India, it has been seen that there has been a very gradual movement from regular salaried work and self-employment towards casual workforce. Why is it happening? Say a high salaried person, okay. Now, with liberalization, when the multinational corporations are coming in and they are, going getting an employment on a regular basis and is becoming a casual worker. Also, say a self-employed, okay, a person who had a small shop in a locality, had been selling clothes. Now, what happens with the shopping malls, with the brands, with online shopping, people are going more and more towards brands and nobody is coming to his shop. So ultimately, he has to close down his shop. So his status of self-employed is done for, and now he's finding job as a salesman in some stores in the shopping mall. So he has become a casual worker. So this is called, this process of shifting from regular salaried work to regular salaried work and self-employment towards casual workforce is called casualization of the workforce, and it makes the workforce very, very vulnerable. Another very important thing is informalization of workforce. Informalization of workforce means the gradual movement from formal sector to informal sector, okay, by the workforce, because they have no choice. The formal sectors are decreasing every day and the informal sectors are increasing every day. This is called informalization of workforce. In this particular category, I want to talk about something called jobless growth. See, from time immemorial, the concept of GDP growth is always higher than employment growth. It was in India also from the 1950s. Now, after 1990s, what happened? When liberalization happened, the foreign direct investment came in, the multinational corporations came in, the entire production process became very mechanized and labor replacing. And also, as I told you, that the multinationals, in their penchant of reducing cost price, okay, and they are employing the laborers on a very casual basis. And as a result, what is happening is that from 1990s we see that the production has increased, goods and service production has increased. So the growth pattern of the curve of GDP is going high, it's going higher up. But employment growth pattern is going like this. That means there is becoming a widening gap between GDP growth rate higher and the employment growth rate, which is obviously lower. And this scenario of increase in production of goods and services and GDP, but not employment, or rather employment is decreasing, is called jobless growth.